What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rant, no hate. So, last night I was about to make a video about Chris Eubanks Jr. and Bo Mac, Terrence Crawford basically being a stable. And I wound up doing the video, and I wasn't going to release it until this morning. But I scrapped the video. And I'll tell you why. Okay, now basically what I was making a video about was just to say that, after Chris Eubanks Jr. win, that he's in good hands, because after that win, for the 5 weeks that he spent with Bo Mac, he did the damn job. He went in there and he looked good against, Liam Smith. Now, the fact to have Terrence Crawford as a stablemate, and, for him to be able to do what he did, basically with Bo Mac, what it wasn't about changing Chris Eubanks Jr. It was, look, you already know these things. Let me remind you of what you already know. Let's get these basic fundamentals popping, and basically you're going to work behind that jab. You're not going to stand there when you're not ready to punch. You're going to keep your head moving. You're not going to be on that center line. I want you to jab your way in, throw your punches off your jab on your way out. You know what I mean? Don't be predictable, but stay behind that jab. Keep it working. Work the power shots off the jab. Don't get sloppy. Don't get wild. Stay off the rope. Stay out the corner. That's what you saw Chris Eubanks Jr. doing. So basically me saying, like I said, was, I don't think Roy Jones' style suited him the way that he thought it would. So maybe Bo Mac might present a better style, Roy, for him. Because for Roy Jones is an extraordinary type of fighter. So Roy Jones, of course he learned things in the gym. But with his natural gifts, his natural ability, he's a gifted fighter. He does things that you don't teach in the gym as well. So for Roy Jones to fight the way he did, Roy Jones is going to be more effective with a fighter that at least have his attributes. So, Chris did what he had to do, and he looked good in the fight. And basically, now he's turning heads, and people are starting to put him against other people. Now, I'm always about a fight-by-fight basis. Because he beat Liam Smith, I'm not going to start jumping the gun. I hear people now saying, "Oh, I think he'll beat Charlo and Canelo." And okay, I'm not going that far. Okay, but we'll see. Now, the reason I scrapped the video, I don't like doing domestic stuff, but like I said, and this is not about somebody's wife or husband or some family thing. Basically, I scrapped the video and decided, let me do it over this way, because Bo Mac got arrested for a concealed unlicensed firearms in the UK, and pretty much he's locked up right now. Now, the UK is very strict with their gun laws over there, and he doesn't even have a license for it. Now, people are saying they think he got set up. I don't know where that's coming from. Bo Mac is saying that, it's not his from what I hear. Now, Michael Benson, I saw this on Twitter, on his page, but then they have like a news page that I was reading in, but I'm not seeing Bo Mac's words saying that it wasn't his, or he don't know how he got there. I just basically, only thing I heard from Bo Mac that it wasn't his words in the article was that he was saying he just had no comments at this time. So I don't know. The thing about it though, what makes things just really fishy and unclear about whatever is this. And I'm not saying somebody set him up. I'm not saying they didn't. Again, I wasn't there. Okay? Shit happens. But what looks really fishy, and in so many ways, how did he pass customs in the first place and he didn't find a gun? But now to leave out the country, he has a gun. So you never know. You do have people out there that will set you up. Things will happen. I don't know. I'm not saying what it is, because again, I wasn't there. So I'm not going to sit here and make a determination based on what? Just to decide what I'm going to say. Oh yeah, street nigga, hood nigga, black, yeah, guilty. I don't know if it was his or not. But shit like that does happen. But my thing is also, if you have people around you that you trust, people might not go that extra mile to double check things. So my thing is, you know, you'd have to really be stupid to travel with an unarmed, with an unlicensed firearm, even in the country you live in. But to travel and know you don't have a license for it, you don't have a permit to carry a firearm. But not to mention, like I said, how did he get through customs and get through, with it if he had it? And then now on the way back, now he gets caught. Like, so it's more questions than answers basically at this point. But that's why I scrapped the video and didn't do it, because it's like, well, we more than likely, I don't know, we may never know what's going to happen, how things could unfold for Chris Eubanks Jr. with Bo Mac, because we're hearing like 5 years minimum, for carrying an unlicensed gun over there in the UK. Hear a lot of different things. I don't want to dig too deep in it. Like I said, I don't want to make this dramatized and make a soap opera out of it, but I just scrapped the video and said, let me just do it this way, as opposed to uploading it and then doing a separate video. So I'm doing it all right here, right now. And this isn't good news for Bo Mac. This isn't good news for Chris Eubanks. This isn't good news all around. I mean, but at the same time, you got to be smarter than that, man. And the only thing I can do, only thing I'm going to do in terms of the situation is, live my life and do what I have to do. And then whatever news that I hear from it, then I'll, talk about it on this channel. But it's always something, like when something good happens, it's just, like I said, one step forward, 2 steps back. It's just, I don't know what it is. Life in general. Fuck boxing alone, just fuck boxing just in general. People just, their life, they, in the situations, or put themselves in situations where they screw their lives up. So I don't know what happened, man. I don't know. And again, y'all, I'm not the type of person to jump conclusions, because I've had many lies told on me in life where I looked guilty to people. And fortunately, the truth came out that, nah. And then people understand how great liars people can be, that they will literally go through, they will stoop to any low to try to make a person look bad. So I'm not the type of person that just jumped the gun and say somebody did something. But again, pay attention. Remember, for him to pass customs and no gun is on him, now when he's leaving, a gun is on him. There's something very fishy about that. So, just saying, I don't know. Because one could say, well, maybe he purchased the gun once he got there. I don't know. But he should have more sense to know, I gotta go to customs to go back home. And in doing so, guess what? The squirrel's up here knocking nuts out my tree. But, just hearing that this morning and seeing that was like, wow. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.